Good evening to you and thank you for joining us on tonight's program. My name is Tiffany Wamboy and our sign language interpreter for today is Boniface Mureithi. Now, just to all our viewers, you can reach us on our WhatsApp line, which is 0708 222 and our SMS line is 22232. As we bring you up to speed with today's top stories, you can give us your feedback on the same lines. Now, on to our headlines for today. President William Ruto has commissioned 3,900 interns joining the Public Service Commission, that is PSC. This is the fifth cohort of the program that will see participants undertake a one-year internship in various government departments. Speaking during the commission, the president has hailed the public service for remaining impartial, adding that the government is banking on the service to deliver on its transformational agenda. The head of state has also urged the PSC to increase the annual intake for the next cohort to 20,000, adding that he will seek partnership with the private sector to ensure more students access the internship programs.
It is important for all of us who have the privilege to serve that one day we will not be able to serve in the positions that we have, and you will be the better, you will be the richer if you can mentor others into those positions, if we can create a mechanism for others to learn from us, so that continuously as a country, as a leadership, we are getting better. We can only become better, we can only get better as a nation if we learn from those who've been, so that we can improve those who will be. The question that keeps coming is, when somebody gets to 60, they begin to say, oh, you know, I have not arranged a succession plan. I need another 2 years extension so that I can do this and I can do the other. I mean, if you have reached retirement age and you have not done what you should have done, it cannot be an excuse. You just need to pack your small bags, move on, so that the others can also move up. And it is our policy decision that we respect our elders, and those who have served and have reached retirement age should not be bothered for a day longer with any other responsibility.
And in the same breath, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has asked President William Ruto not to be disturbed by the Azimio la Umoja protests in the exercise of his mandate. Gachagua has said that the head of state holds the responsibility of spearheading economic reforms in the country and raising the standards of living of Kenyans. This comes a day after he stated that they were ready to hold talks with the leader of the opposition, Raila Odinga. Gachagua was speaking during the Public Service Commission launch of the Values and Principles Compliance Report presided by President Ruto in Nairobi.
We encourage you to stay focused. Let the detractors not sway you. Keep your eyes on the ball, and that way you will succeed. And I want to tell the people of Kenya, President William Ruto took the Bible before God and before man in Kasarani, and so to protect the Constitution. Those who are asking him to violate that Constitution are being unfair to him. There is no constitutional provision in our Constitution for a handshake arrangement. It's not there. The president cannot reinstate IEBC commissioners. He doesn't have that power or authority. The president would not even know where the server is stored because it's not his work. This server is being looked for in Mukuru Kayaba, in Koinange Street. I don't know where they are looking for it. We are also interested to know where it is. So if you have some information as to where it is, you tell us so that we can tell the people who are perpetrating post-election violence where it is, so that they stop ruining businesses of other people. Mtuambie hii sava iko wapi, tuambie waende huko kuliko kuharibu biashara ya watu kila pahali. And these are not demonstrations. This is post-election violence. The elections was done, Supreme Court ruled, and these people have brought violence. And these are not demonstrations anymore. It's post-election violence.
Now, the continued attacks on journalists during the protest called by Azimio leader Raila Odinga against the rising cost of living, among other issues, have been widely condemned by various groups. The Media Council of Kenya, that is MCK, the Media Lawyers Association, MLA, the Law Committee of Kenya, NSK, and the United States government are some of those who have condemned the incidents, saying it is important to uphold press freedom. What is more concerning is that some of these attacks are being done by police officers. In yesterday's protests, which were the third round of Azimio's demonstrations, 6 journalists from different media companies were seriously injured in Nairobi's Pipeline area and some in Kisumu County, while in Nairobi some journalists suffered head and facial injuries after police officers aimed and shot tear gas canisters directly at them using the tear gas launchers. Other journalists were attacked by demonstrators who wanted to steal their equipment. Now, MCK, MLA, LSK and the United States have raised concerns over attacks against journalists since the onset of the protests and called on the relevant authorities to investigate the matter and bring the culprits to book. And in the same breath, the police officer has died while 20 others are nursing serious injuries following the anti-government protests led by the Azimio la Umoja coalition. Making the announcement earlier today, the National Police Service in a statement said the officer succumbed to injuries sustained during the confrontations with police when violent demonstrations broke out in Kisumu City yesterday. The Inspector General of Police, Engineer Japhet Kome, in the statement added that property of an unknown value was destroyed when the hooligans masquerading as protesters invaded private property. In the statement, and I quote, we commend the officers for their commitment, resilience, and acting within the confines of the law in their effort to quell the chaos yesterday. The National Police Service assured the public of their security and safety and remains focused to execute its mandate to serve and protect. End of quote. And elsewhere in matters aside from the protests, Egerton University, in collaboration with the Narok Court Users Committee, has planted about 2,000 tree seedlings at Etiang Wetlands area in Narok North Sub-County. The wetlands are one of the catchment lands of Njoro River, and its conservation is among the flagship projects on environmental conservation under the Vision 2030 being executed by Egerton University. Speaking during the planting exercise, the judge pleaded with the residents not to destroy the environment by cutting trees and challenging them to set apart a piece of land in their farms to plant trees so that the country can attain the 15 billion tree cover that the current administration has committed to plant in 10 years.
Tuna jukumu pia kuhakikisha kuwa tumelinda mazingira yetu ili hao watoto ambao nawaona hapa ambao ni viongozi wa kesho waweze kuridhi mazingira ambayo yanafaa. Tusiharibu mazingira tafadhali. Na kama vile bwana Ondimo ODPP alivyosema, tupande miti. Sio lazima tungojee tupande pale katika chanzo cha mto wa Njoro. Shamba lako unapolima ngano, mahindi na kadhalika, tafadhali tenga sehemu upande miti ambayo itasaidia kuchangia katika ile percentage ama awamu ambayo tunatakikana tuwe nayo katika taifa letu.
Tumefanya kazi yetu, imekuwa rahisi. Tumepanda miti vile tumeambiwa 2000, na pia kuna miti 1000 ambayo iko njiani inakuja leo. Tutapatia mashule yote ili iweze kupanda miti. Na hiyo haitakuwa tu mwisho. Nataka niulize county forester hakikisha kwamba ukileta miti hata kwa Ngoile hapa. Sijui kama ameenda. Ngoile mwenye hii shamba. Nataka hata yeye apewe kidogo ili aweze kupanda. Apande karibu hapa. Na hata wale wakulima wenye wako sehemu hii, nataka kila mtu kwa boma upanda miti 10 tu na uhakikishe inakuwa. Ukipanda miti 10 na uhakikishe imekuwa, next year tukirudi hapa at least kila boma itakuwa inakaa kama ile ambayo iko na miti kiasi hapo.
Na ninashukuru kwa sababu county government ya Narok imekuja sasa kutusaidia na kusaidia community. Na hiyo ndio ilikuwa lengo letu kama Egerton University. Tutengeneze hii area ndio tuweze kupata maji ya kuendelesha Lake Nakuru. So tunashukuru sana wananchi wa hapa walitushika mkono na wanaendelea kupanda miti, na pia nyinyi watu wa India kwa sababu mnafanya hii mradi ijulikane na mnafanya story mzuri. Wakati wa Environmental Week huwa mnakuja mnafanya sensitization ndio watu wajue ya kwamba kuhifadhi mto na kuhifadhi mazingira ni haki ya kila mtu na ni kwa manufaa ya kila mwananchi wa Kenya.
And in our business news for today, Family Bank has recorded a profit of 3.7 billion shillings before tax for the entire year that ended the 31st December 2022, reporting a growth of 12.2% compared to the 3.3 billion shillings posted in 2021. The executive director of Family Bank, Rebecca Mbithi, said she is confident of the bank's performance in 2023 as they have set a strong strategy that prioritizes large investments in digital banking and distributing agricultural financial products. According to Mbithi, the growth was driven by the double-digit revenue growth, customer loans and prudent investment decisions by the bank. The bank has also announced a total dividend of 0.62 shillings per share. Shareholders' funds grew by 3.3% to reach 16.1 billion shillings. And Castrol and Rubis Energy Kenya have partnered to launch Castrol oil lubricant products in Kenya. Castrol oils are readily available at the over 260 Rubis Energy Kenya stations, all major lubricant distributors and wholesalers, franchise workshops and spare shops countrywide. Speaking during the launch of the partnership, Ed Savage, who is the Castrol Kenya country manager, said the partnership with Rubis Energy is timely. Elsewhere, Rubis Energy East Africa Group Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director for Rubis Energy Kenya, Jean Christine Bergeron, added that Castrol will leverage Rubis Energy Kenya's countrywide footprint to ensure that customers are able to get the oil lubricants at all service stations countrywide.
Castrol has an exclusive partnership with Rubis, so we will be selling Castrol products in our retail outlets. We have 260 retail outlets today in Kenya, so we are everywhere in the country. In addition to that, we are going to partner with spare shops, distributors, resellers. We are also going to sell our products to industries, so it will be everywhere in Kenya. And once again, it's an exclusive partnership between Castrol and Rubis.
Working with a partner like Rubis, we can now offer Castrol products back to the Kenyan market. Castrol is now blending in Kenya. Castrol is now blending in East Africa. And we know that with our partner Rubis, we will be successful in East Africa.
And in the sports news for today, Arsenal forward Bukayo Saka has won the Premier League's Player of the Month award for March. Saka, who wins this award for the first time in his career, moved into double figures for both goals and assists in March, netting his 10th goal of the campaign in a 4-0 win over Everton to kick off the month, a game in which he also bagged an assist. At the same time, Mikel Arteta has also been named as the manager of the month month for the fourth time, with Aaron Ramsdale picking up the best save of the month of March. All right, and those have been the news updates and highlights for today. Join us on the other side of Friday Frenzy. Don't switch up the channel. We'll be here with DJ Kavid on Hope TV. My name is Tiffany Mboy. Our sign language interpreter has been Boniface Mureithi.